Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, so always looking for and finding the good. And here you found the goodest good possible, the greatest show about happiness, joy on the internet. Finding happiness and joy with Edwin and Barry. There is no greater show on earth. Welcome. Get ready. Buckle up, because you're about to find happiness and joy. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking because you're always looking for and finding the good. And you have tuned in to Edwin and Barry, finding happiness and joy for one reason only. It's the best reason in the world, because you care the most in the entire world about you, Y-O-U, and that's great, because when you become the best you make the world a better place. You bring more joy, happiness, peace, and love to the world. So we applaud you, because in this particular segment of your life, this happens the first and third Thursday of every month, and we urge you, bookmark it, get involved, keep it. It's going to be the first and third Thursday of every month for the rest of your life. And you hear that? The rest of your life, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I get to tune in and listen to Barry and Edwin and happiness and joy, because every single time you listen, something good is going to happen for you. I guarantee it, or your money back. Double your money back, as Edwin would say.
Let's make it triple. Yeah.
Right. So bookmark it first and third Thursday of every month for the rest of your life. And we're just urging you, share this with 5 people. Notice I didn't say 50 or 100 or your whole book. 5 people, because right now, thank God, thousands and thousands of people tuning in, and we want to get to the 50,000 mark by January. This is now November of 2023. So just share it with 5 people, because it makes a difference, because you're all mad out there. You hear me? You're all mad. Mad stands make a difference. So this is Barry Shore, your humble host, along with my dear partner, beloved Edwin. Edwin is the Chief Happiness Officer of the world. Barry Shore is the ambassador of joy. And today we're going to focus on something absolutely special. It's wonderful. It's uplifting. It's dynamic. It's possible. And everybody can do it. Everybody. Doesn't matter where you are, what's going on in your life. Everybody can do this. It's 4 letters, 4-letter word, and it's called sing. S-I-N-G, sing. And we don't care what you think your voice sounds like, because Edwin and I both have a story about being told when we were younger and trying out, let's say, for a choir or a group, and a teacher saying, Barry, we love you, but please don't join in. You can be here, but don't sing, because your voice is off key. And she told me that. And that stayed with me for decades, until I broke through and said, I don't care what somebody else says. I love singing, not just in the shower. I love singing. We sang at our table at home. The 3 of us, I have 2 younger sisters, my mother, my father, we would sing sometimes. We would sing to them. It's just, who cares what it sounds like? It feels. Sing stands for sound, inspires, never-ending gratitude. Sound, the sound of your voice, because it's coming from inside your very being, emanating from you, and it inspires never-ending gratitude. And that is the key, as Edwin will tell us in just a moment. That's the key for living successfully, for living in happiness, for living in joy. So I share now my dear beloved friend and partner in this, Edwin Edebiri, the Chief Happiness Officer of the world. Edwin, how can singing influence people in happiness?
Wow. Well, first of all, let me share a little bit of my story. You kind of share yours, which is what makes this thing so dynamic, and we a dynamic duo. And it's like, for me, I remember, I'm not quite sure whether it was elementary school or somewhere, and I was like, hey, I want to join the choir. I want to sing. And then we start singing, and then the teacher come and he tapped me and pulled me to the side. And he said, hey, do you know that humming is also singing?
Wait a minute. I love that. Did you know that humming is also singing? Very good. In other words, Just hum along, please.
Just hum along, Now, just a little thing to throw out there, folks. For all the teachers in the world, you need to understand the impact that you have on your pupils, the impact you have on your students, and that impact can last for a day, it can last for a year, it can last for 10 years, and it can even last for a lifetime, okay? So, but that's not what we are focusing on now, but I just want to throw it out there. Teachers, be very, very careful the kind of impact you have on your student. So do I sing now? Not really, but I enjoy hearing music and yes, I do hum along, okay? But
You still hum, you don't sing out loud, huh? Okay.
yeah. I sing quietly, right? But no, I think I do want to break that though because I really enjoy it and I know the benefit of singing. That much I do know. I know that singing reduces your stress level. I mean, it generates some hormone into your brain that really cause you to relax. That's why you see people who understand the power of singing when they get into a stress environment, they bust out singing, or they go into a quiet place and just start singing. It does release your level of stress. And anything that you can do to release your stress definitely increase your happiness. That's just the bottom line. So
Okay, I'd like you to rephrase it and repeat it because it is absolutely essential. The world, especially today, with war raging and affecting billions of people around the planet,
yes,
reducing stress in one's life is very important. So you said the power of singing can reduce stress. Is that
absolutely.
correct?
That is absolutely correct. Yes. And if you find yourself like you're kind of like just powerless, okay, if you find yourself you're powerless, go get submit to your voice, okay, and let your voice bust out that song, and you find out that it empower you. It's just like you just grow from the inside, and that's also why the people that really sing from the inside, they uplift people. Guess what? If you can uplift other people, imagine how you can uplift yourself, so singing not only reduces stress, but it also uplifts both the singer and the listener. It
So I
creates.
want to urge everybody to understand what and unpack some of what wonderful Edwin just said. Part of the process of becoming happier and more joyful in life is the ability to understand that uplifting others uplifts oneself, and therefore you become happier. Now, uplift, of course, the first two letters, or the first part of the word is up. Up stands for unlimited potential, unlimited power. When you uplift someone else, you are creating a tsunami of goodness in the world. And by definition, you must be uplifted also. It is a law of the universe. You cannot uplift another person and not be and be adversely affected. You will be uplifted also. So I happen to really love what people call gospel singing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, Edwin,
Yes,
because
I am familiar with gospel singing.
and
Yes.
it's unique. Actually, it's unique to America in the way it's done now. However, it does originate in Africa. These beautiful voices coming together, and in America, the songs that they're singing primarily are from a book called Psalms, the Book of Psalms, which is ancient. It's over 3,000 plus years in existence. And
Wow.
these psalms are really songs. And when you hear these magnificent voices with the people usually beautiful robes, mostly women, but men as well, singing these songs with words that penetrate, they truly you cannot just be sitting there. You must be uplifted. It's beautiful what you're saying. You uplift someone else, you are uplifted.
Well, I mean, even just look at the practical sense of it. If you sit down, in order for you to carry somebody up, you have to get up. Okay, okay. I mean, it's very, very hard for you to stay on the ground and say you're going to lift somebody up. You can't lift them too far up. In order for you to lift them far up, you have to get up. And in the process, both of you are lifted up. And so, coming back to singing, you can, yeah, I mean, when you listen to really beautiful song, and from a beautiful person, that song comes to life. It just come to life, and it's beautiful.
So I want to interject also. There are two songs that stay in my head a lot, and they're sort of bookends because they're very different, and yet the process is the same. One is "What a Wonderful World," great
Yes,
song that was written by other people, but made most famous and went viral and touched billions of people by Louis Armstrong, Satchmo, and people, if you don't know it, look it up. What a wonderful
wonderful
world.
war.
Woo! And the other is much more contemporary from this fellow, I think his name is Pharrell Williams or something, called Just Be Happy.
Happy.
Right, the happy song. The
Yeah,
happy song, it's very hard, maybe even not possible, to listen to that and not start smiling and moving your feet and getting up. And when
yeah,
you do that, you're feeling the power of song. So as I mentioned in the beginning, the word sing is an acronym that we say for sound, because that's what you're making. So it's interesting to notice that one's inside being is really very hollow. I mean, you got stuff in there, obviously. You have your lungs and your tummy and this stuff, but it's a hollow, a big chest. And of course, your head, if anybody ever thinks about it, is very hollow. And here, what you're doing, you're using wind, wind, that's all. But you're using your teeth and your tongue in such a way to create sound. Sound vibrates. We love, if you ever want to talk about, hey, do you use a vibrator at home? Say, yeah, I like to sing. That's my vibrator. So sound inspires never ending gratitude. And I think the G word, gratitude, in my humble opinion, we've talked about this before, Edwin, is a foundational aspect of being happy and
yes.
living in joy. Would you agree with that and do a little riff on that and tell us how important is gratitude in the world?
Well, so here is the deal. I can almost come to I have come close to the conclusion that a person cannot truly be happy if they are not grateful. Okay,
Woo!
it's almost mutually exclusive. It's just it's very hard. Now, your level of happiness can also be in direct correlation to your level of gratitude. And so it's one of those things, Barry. You know this as well as I do, as the ambassador of joy. You know this, that a lot of the things that truly make people happy, that make people feel joyful, doesn't really cost anything. Okay. you know and so when somebody pass you with a smile, it's easy to just take it for granted because they did it voluntarily. But to say thank you, it doesn't only encourage them to smile to other people more, but it also tells you, wow, that was a good thing. It increases your level of happiness more than the person you actually say thank you to. So if we can express that, it's beautiful. I really feel there's even a study that was done, and we can do a whole show on gratitude and happiness. Okay, so we'll put that.
And it's going to be coming up very soon.
Yeah.
Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a slight break because we have commercial people that we trust and love, and we urge you to patronize them, or else we wouldn't have them on. So we're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back after this with some song of gratitude from wonderful Edwin and Barry. Happiness and joy. Be right back after this brief message. Don't go away. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good looking people. Maybe you're good looking because you're always looking for and finding the good. Our cup runneth over with good. The Chief Happiness Officer for the world, Edwin Edebiri, and your humble host, Barry Shore, the Ambassador of Joy. And we're discussing something that helps you as much as another person. Maybe you even get a bigger benefit, and that is the ability to show and demonstrate gratitude. Gratitude. So that's what you were discussing, Edwin. So let's just go right back there and speak about how gratitude becomes foundational to learning how to live in happiness every day, because that's really what we're talking about. This is a course in happiness and joy. Because as Edwin's book is going to be telling us, happiness is not just an emotion. It is a skill, a learnable skill. So let's talk about that skill that can lead people to happiness of being grateful, finding things that you can be grateful for. How
Yeah.
about some examples?
Well, Barry, here is what I know, and this is not just me knowing this. This is from study, my whole study, my whole research, and a body of research from other people, other organizations. Okay, it is very easy to be thankful when everything is going well. As a matter of fact, people even just take that for granted. Okay, they don't even really express it; they just take it for granted. Okay, but here is where gratitude play a major role when things are not going well. Okay, how can you find things inside a storm? How can you find gratitude inside a storm? How can you be happy? Okay, I'll give you a good example. Most people can relate to this, but it's going to come out like strange, all right? Okay, you driving a car on the freeway or on the roadway, wherever you might be, some people might say they don't have freeway. I get it. But somebody hit you from the back, okay, and boom, you stop. Now, most people are going to be freaked out. Some people are going to jump out of the car and go back to the other car. Why did you hit me? This, and they might even use some very fancy word, and it might go in a little bit more aggressive than that. The other person might want to defend themselves, and before you know it, a small hit in the back might come into something bigger. Okay. Here is where gratitude plays two major roles in that instance. Number one, you close your eyes and you just say thank you because the accident was not worse than that. Okay, because the accident could be worse than that. Instead of you thinking about getting out of your car and going to attack the other person, all that energy, you should just be thankful. You still got your leg, you still got your hand, you still know there was an accident. Okay, so that's one thing that being grateful can be. But the second thing, just because you took the time to express that gratitude, it slows you down. It slows you down from going into getting out of your car and going to make a situation that's bad become worse. Barry, we know this. We've had situations where a little tiny fraction happen, and then the way somebody react to it cause somebody else to say, hey, they punch the person on the face and the person fall and blood comes and the person die. And it's not the initial altercation that caused the person to die, it's the reaction to that. That's it. What if you can just slow yourself down in a negative situation by just being grateful?
So, first of all, I am so grateful that Edwin and I are doing the show because this is so valuable. By you being here, you have just learned something that you may even know intellectually.
Yes.
But because we're saying it now, something could happen in your life that you're going to be able to apply this to. So let's talk about the two steps. The first one is slow down,
Slow down.
breathe slowly, and be calm enough to say, thank you. I'm here. It wasn't worse than that. I didn't die. Nobody died. Somebody hit me in the back. And when in the process of doing that, guess what happens? The rage that might have come out is dissipated, gone. And now when you exit the car, you can actually exit with a smile. Imagine what that's going to do to the other person who hit you. So what you did, you diffuse the situation. The other person is crestfallen and upset because they know they're in the wrong, but you've let it go away.
Right.
And now you can approach it with this. It's something that Edwin and I have discussed before. There's two ways to look at life when things happen. Why is this happening to me?
Me? Okay.
Or you can reframe it and just remove the word to. Why is this happening for
Or
me?
me.
Oh, what do you mean? Come on, Barry. Just got hit in an accident. What are you talking about? How can that be good for you? Why is this happening for me? What's the benefit I can find in this? Well, one of the great benefits you just learned. If you can now be grateful in a situation
Yeah.
that normally would cause you to be triggered into rage or upset, you have made what we call a shift in perspective. Now, it happens to be the title of my latest book. I published 3 books this year, and the book is called Oh Shift. And then we put Scrabble tiles, and the SHI, the F is a little bit of a line, and there's a T. Because in working with people for more than 42 years, I have found that 97.2% of people mispronounce shift. They drop the F and the other stuff happens. You don't want that. You want to put that F right there. You want to do just what Edwin says, a slight shift in perspective. I'm grateful. Everybody's okay. Okay. Now what? Why is this happening for me? Wow. When you have that perspective in life, guess what happens? You'll be happy all the time. Yes, Edwin and I are big, not just believers. We know this as fact all the time. Do things happen in life? Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Shift happen.
hello, stuff happens. You can be happy all the time and live in joy daily. That's why we talk about the real currency people always have. Well, does money buy happiness? Yes. The answer is yes, but you have to know what the currency is. The currency is an amazing coin. On one side of that coin, it reads happy. On the other side of that coin, it reads joy.
Joy, yeah.
When happiness and joy are your currency in life, guess what? You just bought happiness all the time. And as Edwin's book coming out very soon will teach you, it's a learnable skill.
Right.
And that's what I talk about in my books. My first book, The Joy of Living, You Deserve It. It's a skill. When you learn these techniques and these skills and you practice them, guess what happens? You're going to be happy every single day. You're going to learn to sing.
Yeah.
So let's go back to, first of all, I love the story because everybody can relate to something like that. That it's the automobile accidents, we'll call them.
It happens.
It happens. That's just stuff. Life. Look, we had I'll tell you, real life has happened just yesterday. I went away for 5 days to Los Angeles to see my grandsons. I have 2 grandsons, 6.5, 3.5. Joy, happiness, love being with them. Okay, so away for 5 days. My wife didn't want to come. On the way back, I'm talking to her as we're driving back. She says, "Oh, by the way, we had a little bit of an issue here. There's a leak in our water heater, and I think it's more than just a leak." Okay, so I get home 9 o'clock at night. I didn't want to look at it. Next morning, I look, and I take a video, send it to a friend of mine who owns a heating and air conditioning company, and he comes out. Thank God he came out within an hour, which very unusual because they're very busy, but did it as a favor. And he says, "Okay, your hot water tank is gone." Okay, what do we do? Well, he said, "Let me see. Oh, it's under warranty." Wow, that's great. So he went to Home Depot, and they said the following: under warranty, yes. However, you need the original receipt for us to honor the warranty. So he didn't get upset because it's not his. And he told me I didn't get upset, but it's not what I wanted to hear, right? Because that's another $700. But they gave us $200 towards it. But by the time you get people to take it out, go to Home Depot, put in a new one, set it up, get everything working, well, that was $2,200. Ah!
Uh,
So I was doing what Edwin said. I was in gratitude.
yeah.
Now, that's real money, $2,200, just like that. I didn't want it because we just had to replace our air conditioning unit 8 months ago, and that was 10,000.
Wow.
Okay, thank God we could afford it. However, it causes angst. But
Yes.
when you're in gratitude, say, wait a minute, what happened now? Well, I was away, it was my grandsons. We have hot water. It's going to be good for many years. And if you can find the silver lining and sing about it, sing, remember, sound, expressing yourself and say, thank you, dear Lord. Why? Oh, because now the hot water heater is fixed. Thank you. Oh, but it cost that much. Thank you. Okay. Sound inspires never ending gratitude.
And one quick thing as we kind of wind it down, I just want to say there's one of my favorite songs right now, and is Calm Down, okay, by a young fella from Nigeria. His name is Rema, Rema, for those who want to look him up. Rema, Rema. His name is Rema. But the song is Calm Down. And he kind of experienced it, trying to kind of talk to a girl, and the girl didn't want to really talk to him. And he just said, calm down. And so that is a situation, folks, where it works. If you're a young person listening to this and there's somebody you're trying to get, and they're not paying attention to you, just calm down, and it will work out. And but it's not only in that environment, but it's in every environment. You just have to learn to calm down, because if you don't control it, guess what? Then the situation is going to control you. And you
Oh, this is so valuable. I want you to say it again, wonderful Edwin. If you don't control the situation, what's going to
the
happen?
situation is going to control you. And you never know what the outcome is going to be like, when you don't have control. And so calm down. And so, hey, look up the song, sing it. You might like the song, and it may have some impact on you and maybe help you in your ability to calm down.
So we urge everybody to sing a wonderful song and learn how to calm down. And if you can only hum, then hum along. We want you to sing the song of your life, because when you sing, you're making the world a better place. So what we'd like to do now, two things we do at the conclusion of our show, is we give a big hug to thousands of people around the world. And again, remember, share this with 5 people and like the podcast. Share it and like it. Share it with 5 people and like it. We're going to do a group hug with thousands of people. We're going to give a blessing. So HUG stands for heartfelt, unlimited giving, or maybe we'll even modify it for today. Heartfelt, unlimited gratitude.
Dude.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And our blessing from Barry and Edwin is go forth, live exuberantly, spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad, go make a difference. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Remember, you're good-looking, so always looking for and finding the good. And here you found the goodest good possible, the great